bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. Oh, a little of this, a little of that. I buy and sell items that require discretion to dispose of. Knickknacks. Curios. Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea. I also knit throw pillows stuffed with the hair of famous tossball players. But that's more of a passion project. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week. If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late. It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me? I've got a lovely little throw pillow. Just something I toss together. Like to keep my hands busy. Won a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler. But she's no match for your pal Gladys. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Now, I only have the one nav key, and they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Yes, dearie? Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms, Phineas, that old kook, he was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear girl's judgment. Well, maybe not in men, but she knows her comms. So, like as not, someone's been down there recently, and if someone set up shop in Roseway, I'd wager they got something to hide. Maybe whatever they're hiding went to heck, and now they need a few spare hands to clean up the mess. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. My goodness, aren't you quick on the uptake? I like that. Should you find yourself responding to a certain distress call, and in so doing find yourself in possession of certain valuable corporate secrets, well, law bless your atoms. Here's a copy of the SOS recording complete with the coordinates. Neither do mine, dearie. Old Gladys knows the value of good work. You'll be compensated accordingly, I can promise you that. We don't all have the stomach for skullduggery. I understand. Be a dear and come see me again if you change your mind. I appreciate a man who knows one when he hears it. I appreciate a woman who knows one when she hears it. Quite the opposite, I believe. Nothing terribly secret about gunfire, is there? Aren't you precious? No. The young man on the video was flesh and blood, all right. What's that? Speak up now. My oh my. Look at the cysts on you. Here, consider it hazard pay. Fair's fair. No one ever said old Gladys was a cheapskate. No, sir. And I'm not about to let them start. Here, consider it hazard pay. Fair's fair. No one ever said old Gladys was a cheapskate. No, ma'am. And I'm not about to let them start. Here, consider it hazard pay. That's plenty, my dear. And more than I thought you'd find. You got a knack for snooping. I ought to just hire you next time, instead of those sublight lunkheads. Darnation! It sounded like a gold mine, but maybe that's just my old hopes getting in the way. Are you positive? Honest to goodness, can't say I wasn't hoping for more, but I suppose it can't be helped. Law bless you for doing the legwork, sweetie. Don't forget your pal Gladys now. You can come visit any time. What'd you turn up? These corporations, I tell you. Once they get an idea into their big dense heads, there's no getting it out again. Can't imagine how I'll offload this. But waste not, want not, I suppose. My stars, what a find. Fine picking like this deserves an equally fine payout. Go on, dearie. And don't spend it all in one place. Well, that's just swell, sweetheart. Good for you. Pardon me, sweetheart. My old ears must have misheard you. Did you say Raptidon? Gracious, someone must have hauled them off Monarch. Naughty, naughty. A couple of folks around here might pay a fair few bits for this. Might even be able to start a bidding war. A shame you didn't visit old Gladys first. That would have fetched a good price. I may have thrown in a batch of my famous sugar cookies just to sweeten the deal. Peaches and cream, if that isn't the most handsome bit of lethal engineering I've seen all week. That'll go for a tidy sum of bits. Bless your slippery little fingers. Isn't that just a shame? Prototype schematics go for a fair handful of bits around here. I'm afraid that's confidential, my dear. A matter of customer privacy. I'd wager you'd demand the same were you the one buying. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar. If Auntie Cleo's exporting wraps from Monarch, golly me, someone's going to be in the soup when they get caught. Real light in the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Laws. Maybe I should charge you double. Bless your heart. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. That handsome Bertie Holcomb's hair isn't exactly free, after all. Then we ought to have a chat over a pot of tea and my famous cookies. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. You keep talking like that, I might be making a throw pillow out of your hair next. Be sure to come back for magazine club. Law bless you for doing the legwork, sweetie. Don't forget your friend Gladys now. You can come visit any time. Great law, is it hot in here? Or is it just my glands acting up again? You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. You've certainly been blessed with an abundance of sass, haven't you? But it's your interstellar currency I'm interested in, not your nethers. If you find a secret worth selling, Auntie Cleo's gonna find out that their rivals are working on competing products. That won't sit well with them, let me tell you. Bertie the Black Hole Holcomb. Handsomest young man to come out of the tossball leagues in, goodness, a generation at least. Have you had a moment to look into that little opportunity I told you about on Roseway? You don't hurry up. Someone'll get to snooping around there before you do. That's right, dearie. The only independent station in the colony. That's us. Though for how long, I can't say. That all depends on Miss Junlei. The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. They've always got one scheme or another running, looking for ways to bring us to heel. Like this heat business. Shameful, but it won't work. No, sir. Groundbreaker's free till the day she dies, law willing. But it won't work. No, ma'am. Groundbreaker's free till the day she dies, law willing. Chief Junlei Tennyson. Used to be she was chief engineer before her mama passed, and she took the helm. She's neck-deep in the ship guts by day, slap-fighting with the board by night. And between you and me, I think the fight's starting to wear on her. This heat problem we've got's gone unfixed for weeks. Can't say I know what the holdup is, but I'm sure she's trying her best. Go right ahead, sweetheart. Surely do. She's quite capable, our Miss Junlei. Head on over to engineering if you want to find her. Take that darling ship of yours down to Roseway, where that distress signal I told you about came from, and ferret out some tasty corporate secrets for old Gladys. Shouldn't be too tough for a fella like you, I'd think. Shouldn't be too tough for a lass like you, I'd think. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was. Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around. Bit straight-laced for my tastes, but that's just her nature. She's fierce, too. A fighter. Groundbreaker's radiators. Been neither fine nor dandy for weeks now. Miss Junleigh's supposed to be getting them fixed, but the board's determined to get in her way. What do you want, then? My hard-earned wisdom? Ain't that just a treat? So, you know Edna, over in engineering? On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. Anything else, dear? Well, ain't that peachy? You enjoy that stamp, you understand? And don't you dare use it responsibly. Yes, dear. Which offer were you interested in? Suit yourself. Fantastic. Do be careful with it, dear, as these keys tend to be a tad hard to acquire. Now, was there anything else? You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording. Goodness. I've no idea where it's gone. And I had Edna wipe the log so no one else could find out about it, too. I'm sorry for wasting your time. Well, Aren't you a deft hand? I'm impressed. Now, you take that recording to your ship and give it a listen. And the more time corporations spend fighting amongst themselves, the less they can spend meddling in our affairs. That'll take some pressure off Chief Tennyson. Straight to the point, eh? All right then, on you go. Depends. What are you planning to do with it? See the lights. Taking a show or two at the infamous Bijou. Could be a treat if you like that kind of thing. All right, I'll sell it to you. But it's gonna cost you dear. You got a good heart, wanting to do this for him. Something as hard to come by as an official board seal doesn't fall into a girl's lap every day, my dear. I'm keen to see it put to interesting ends. I hate to gainsay you, sweetheart, but seeing how the stamp's in my possession and not yours, I'd say it's every bit my business. Any time, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you. Any time, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Frankly, I'm tired of Udom's whining. Don't kill me, please. And I'll pay, I swear. The man's been messaging me 4-5 times a day. How's a woman supposed to read her new missives when her incoming folder's all cluttered? You're back on Udom's business, then. Here you are. Udom better stop pestering me about that damn thing now. Anything else? Oh, dear me. I had it right here a moment ago. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. If you say so. Well, 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 aren't you clever? Thank you, dearie. I might just follow up on that. Ah, right. The one about the Stellar Bay nav key. Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them, you see. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence. Those board folk are real prideful-like. Never want you looking behind the curtain, lest you see their derrieres. But old Gladys knows the score. The whole colony's not much more than a diorama, showcasing one board screw-up after another. That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreaker. She's our mess. Probably. Every once in a while, we get these snippets of radio chatter. Edna shows them to me. Some man hooting and hollering about the light in us all, claims he's transmitting from Monarch. But who knows if that's true? Might be true. Might be some new trick from the board. You could always try your hand at landing in Cascadia if you're interested in dying horribly. Might be best too. Yes, landing pad on Monarch. You don't need a nav key to access it, so it's got that going for it. But it's also kilometers away from Stellar Bay, and the Monarch wilds ain't exactly safe. Pick your poison. Marauders, wild beasts, acid lakes, bottomless sinkholes. If you're looking to die, Cascadia's happy to oblige. Well, aren't you sweet? And just her type, too. Forget I said anything. Hold on. You already met her. What are you asking me about her for? Then what are you asking me about her for? Well, Mr. Holcomb did win his pennant, didn't he? That's half the reason I make them, my dear. Sometimes the hairs poke out between the seams, but I don't mind. That's what the law gave us matches for. You do have a favorable mop, I must say, so there's some interest. Good, but that's not what you wanted to talk about, is it, dear? I think I got just the thing, my dear. A few years back, Auntie Cleo's put out a home makeover kit, and I snagged a couple for myself. High-grade shampoo and conditioner, scrubby brush, a nice lotion, that sort of thing. I still got 'em, too. Cleaning around your nails, sweetheart. Gets the engine grease out. Makes your hands soft. Most folk don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such, me included. I'll let you have one on clearance. You want rosish, mock apple and cinnamon, or refurbished ship? I'll just wrap that up for you, since it's for a special occasion. There you are. Wish her good luck for me. Fair point. You tell that young lady I said good luck, and I'll consider the two of us square. It comes down to what sort of intent you got. If I was looking to do a spy job over in engineering, I'd be safe with refurbished ship. Now, if I was a young thing trying to come on all precious-like, I'd probably go with rosish. But if I was doing it for my own self, I'd pick mock apples and cinnamon. Sure do, sweetheart. I just need the bits. Take your time, dear. Take your time, dear. A lady's scent says a lot about her. You're welcome, dear. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.